Okay, so just a little short addition, the practical aspect of the continuation of lesson 27. But when I say continuation, just to close up, we are going back to the the prac sheet, the snap content sheet here. And what I'd like to just do is throughout this particular recording, which is going to be quite short, I want to go and continue breaking down these interview questions for these different, obviously, scenarios, right? So I'll do a couple more, right? And then I'll stop the lesson over there, the practical part of this lesson, and then we'll continue this as we move along throughout the next week. Okay, so where we ended off was with relationships and the interview of the two couples that are different. And they could be, again, when you look further into something like this, we would look at big polar opposites. Obviously, again, kind of recapping, we delve deeply into the depth of this. I want to say deeply into the complexity of these particular relationships. So even if they look like a traditional, a guy being older, as I said before, girl being younger, and operating by traditional norms, right? There's a lot more color to be explored within that particular couple. Should we choose the correct couple to come into studio, right? And then we obviously asked a couple of questions. Just to note that obviously with interviews, before we even get to the questions, we'd want to research, right, who it is that we're talking to, why is it that they are on air, try to put that into the prep as well, and then go and direct the question. So we're kind of skipping over the prep part, the more pre-prep part. But again, for the sake of this particular exercise, again, I'm just going to tab that over. Uh, we're looking for just the questions. Okay, so school studies, chat to a graduate who shares his story. From zero to hero, look for someone who went through a process of failing on many occasions, made a conscious choice, an ultimate low, and moved onwards or upwards. So obviously the thing is that immediately, I would say, you know, can you oh, I don't know, Scott, no, I'm going to say, do you still relate to that old you, old you in any way, any way? So this particular pre cursor of changing, right? In any way, in what ways? So, so why did you fail to commit to a study work ethic? What was going on? What was going on in your life that studies were not important? Success in studies was not a priority. Okay. How was your relationship with parents, your parents at, at that time, at that time? Tell us bit, a little, yeah, a bit about your parents, about your parents, right? Um, yeah, what did they pay? What were they paying? Paying in total per year, per year. for studies was so any one of those. I bring in a little bit more. I want to explore this person, find out the dynamic between the two of them. Was it toxic? Was it this person's fault? Were they doing anything to kind of estrange themselves from that? How were they taking accountability? Uh, there's a lot of questions we can actually ask here. Uh, I'll do a couple more as well, because again, how do uh, how do you define accountability? Accountability, right? How do you define accountability? And again, these are not in order, please. These are just random questions, just to take a note there. Right. How do you find accountability? Um, what, okay, what uh, uh, level of respect for yourself, did, did you have before in comparison to after, in comparison to after the point where you decided to make a change? What was the aha? Make a change. I'm trying to say, what was your aha moment? So, what was your aha moment? Aha moment. Why the change? Why? What happened? What happened? Uh, or what series of events, or what series of events occurred for you to make a change? Make a change, right? What was your lowest moment? Yeah. What was your rock bottom? Rock bottom. Quite a few there as well. To make a change, how do you uh, uh, define kindness to oneself? Kindness to oneself when transitioning through difficult phases in your life. Right. Um, okay. So that's quite cool there. Let's look at the Mother's Day one. Right. All right. So celebs with their moms. Let's do the generic ones first. So, um, does your mom treat you like a celebrity? Treat you like a celebrity? Celebrity. So in what ways? So not just because they're famous, we're talking like how do they pamper them? Because moms like to do nice things for their kids. I love it, man. So treat you like a quote unquote celebrity to make it more interesting. I want to make it mother oriented. So for example, what are the most important life lessons your mom has taught you has taught you? What do you fight us fight with? um, what do you fight with each other the most? That's proper English, right? um Aimed at mom, aimed, do that there. Aimed at moms. How did your mom, your mom influence influence uh, the woman you decided to uh, let's look at aimed at mothers again, aimed at moms, uh, teaching your daughter about empowerment. It is a very personal, intimate and private. Uh, uh, and yeah, private's fine. Private journey, yeah, private journey you take with her. You take with her. What? How did how did you take this challenge on this challenge? Right. Hey, and seems to be moms. Right. Okay. Let's do this one here. Yoink. Okay. How to practically monetize my current brand. Social media strategist helping us with all the current online digital brand don'ts. So I'm just going to use some that I just asked. They're really cool for the. So I had a social media strategist in or on the show a couple of weeks ago. She was super cool, very great. I mean, she was very, how can I say, uh, trustworthy, whatever it is. She had a lot of credit, credible. There we go. Credible is the word I'm looking for. Anyway, okay. So the biggest myths about social media brand, and biggest myth about building a social media brand. Okay. So how how does online uh, yeah brand hmm, suicide suicide look? So how do we know that you're digging a grave for yourself? What have businesses and people done that have had them cancelled from online society? Yeah, society. Next one would be, mm, uh, okay, can, how, uh, can and how then, and how someone build a, an online brand with no money. Let's see. Hmm, no money. Okay. Uh, can we take a moment to uh, mm, nice, sure, no, uh, re redefine, yeah, redefine our perception of an influencers. That's right. Influencers of an influencer. Can you take a moment to redefine our perception of an influencer? Okay. When can you legitimately, is that right? Nope, obviously not. Legitimately, right? Legitimately, uh, title. Use the title. Yeah, use the title. And also, what must we uh, get real with uh, fast, uh, with our own, I don't know, our own over inflation. No, yeah, over exaggeration. Yeah, over exaggeration. To what? Uh, uh, to the importance. Yeah, to the value. Yeah, influences in in the world. Long-winded question can be key enough, I suppose. All right, one more. Let's see here. So many to ask. Let's see one more here. Uh, okay. Like when and for what? For what would you choose to use paid for digital marketing? Choose to use paid for digital marketing. Okay. Let's put the last one here. So, in-house counselor, stress 101 from 1 to 10. Where are you and what to do about it? How to realistically picture yourself in the real world. Okay. Yeah, about that particular counselor. Okay. Year, 1 year, students will make the same mistakes. Okay. Uh, in their academic academic journey. What are they? What are the most common, constantly, constantly repeated, and most I want to say affected, most destructive. There we go. Destructive. Uh, how fast? Okay. Uh, realistically. Okay. Uh, um, as a young adult, uh, fresh out of high school. Uh, how I want to say the growth. Okay. Uh, um, what is the healthy transition, right? Period. Uh, to what's the word I'm looking for? Uh, hmm, what is the word I'm looking for? What is the healthy transition period of psychological, psychological, right? Fix it for me. Of psychological growth, right? Growth and self-awareness, that a student should achieve with certain milestones, okay, as they move through uh obviously their, ter- their tertiary, their tertiary studies. Okay. So here I want to make sure that there's very normal things that a student would do, kind of obviously redefine their social groups, their friend groups, certain things that they'll go and do or not do, whatever it may be tempted by, drinking, sex, whatever it may be. I'm not sure. Again, you have to make your mistakes to never do them again, to choose to never do them again, right? Um, yeah, and it's normal to maybe feel insecure, um, uh, anxious, uh, not valuable, whatever it may be at certain points, scared of the future, that type of stuff, right? So I want this counselor to tell us, listen, yeah, it's okay to be this and this and this at any one particular point, at these particular points in your, like I said, your student life span timeline. Okay, stress. Do, okay, how do we know um, we are in a danger zone from extremely shit? Sorry for that. Sorry for my language as well. It's not supposed to happen. From yeah, extreme sure. Stress, anxiety, stress, pressure, and anxiety. So, in other words, anxiety. So, yeah. In other words, if we don't, if a student, yeah, if a student is not, say, aware of their stress levels, how else will it manifest in their lives, in themselves and their lives. Uh, uh, let's talk about exit strategies, right? So, for example, okay, do yeah, no, so when talking to the council, to make sure that it is council driven. Okay, give us quick, quick, easy, easy, and effective ways to dial down stress levels. Okay, and how does time management actually look like when a student is using it properly? All right, cool. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that. Right, and that will be the practical associated. Okay, all right, I'm gonna stop it there and end the recording there.